Good morning, my dear students of grade 5. Today's lesson is reading. Our selection today is going to be the truth about Austin's amazing bats, which is a expository text. The genre of this story is expository text. I told you before about the expository texts or stories, which tell about what certain things are and how they come to be. All the expository texts tell you a lot about things and how they come, facts about them, information about them. This is the expository text stories. The selection today is going to tell you about bats, the amazing bats of Austin. But before we start the story, let's go back again to the comprehension scale and the vocabulary of yesterday to remember together what we have studied. The comprehension skill first is how to draw a conclusion. Draw a conclusion, I told you about it yesterday, is that when you draw a conclusion, you have to use information from the text. Yes, and information that you already know or from your background knowledge. So, when I ask you to draw a conclusion about any topic, you use two options. The first option is that you use information from the text, and the second option is that you use information that you already know or from the background knowledge that you have. This is how to draw a conclusion. And that was yesterday's comprehension scale. We got some vocabulary like the word here bizarre, headline, roost, breathtaking, high-pitched, and vital. The word bizarre, this one on the left, bizarre, it means strange, something which is strange or very unusual. Headline, this is a title of a newspaper or a title of a book. Roost, this is a place where animals can go and rest and sleep. Breathtaking, the word breathtaking, it means something that is very amazing, something that is impressive. High pitched, this word, it means when a sound is higher than the other sounds. This is the meaning of high pitched. Like the girls, when they scream, they have high pitched sounds when they scream, as you know. Vital, it means important or very, very important, not only important or necessary. And here are the words on the right in the context that we studied together yesterday. Okay, that was about the comprehension scale and the vocabulary of yesterday. Today's lesson, as I told you, is expository text about the truth about Austin's amazing bats. Okay, teacher, what shall we do here in this text or in this selection? You should start reading all the text, and after each page, ask yourself, how can I draw a conclusion about this page? Draw a conclusion in this page, it means you use the information of the page. You use the information that is already in the selection, or you can add information from your mind. How from my mind? It means from the background that you know. For example, if one of us read before about bats, or the brown bats, for example, or the types of bats, so he has much more knowledge than the others. He can use them to draw a conclusion about the bats. Okay. For example, I'm gonna go here to this page directly, okay, to show you some information about bats, for example, here, and I'm gonna tell you how to draw a conclusion about this page. Okay, listen.
No, they told residents, a bat will not fly into your hair. Bats are not blind. They can see just as well as opossums, raccoons, and other animals that come out at night. Plus, bats use sound as well as sight to get around. They send out squawks and squeals through their noses and mouths. The sounds are so high-pitched that humans can't hear them. When the sound waves hit something, they echo back to the bat. Bats' ears are set wide apart to help pick up the echoes. This special skill is known as echolocation. Ecologist Paul Garrett writes, I observed this amazing ability in the attic of a historic church in Pennsylvania. No, they told residents.
Yeah, so after listening to this part, now you can draw a conclusion about the bats. How I can draw a conclusion? I told you, use the information from the text. And you can use the information from the background knowledge that you know. Here, for example, all the people thought that the bats did not have the ability to see. They are blind. Lots of people say that the bats are blind. But in reality, no, bats can see well. How, teacher? Yeah, in here we got some information like bats, look, are not blind. So this is the information here. Bats are not blind. Okay, how can they see? Yes, they can see just as well as opossums or raccoons and other animals. All the animals that come out at night. Plus, bats use sound as well as sight to get around. So they use sound in order to what? In order to be able to see in front of them. Like they send here out squawks and squeals. They send the squawks and squeals in order to what? In order to know what's in front of them. For example, the sounds are so high pitched. High pitched, it means that they are higher than the other sounds, as you know, that humans can't hear them. When the sound waves hit something, look at this, guys, look at this. The bats are sending sounds. When they send the sounds or the sound waves, when they hit something, the sound waves, when they hit something, they echo back to the bat, they come back to the bat. And the bat's ear are set wide apart to help pick up the echoes. When they pick up the echoes, the bat now will know that something is in front of him. For example, a wall is in front of him, a tree is in front of him. So he knows what's in front of him using the waves that he sent in order to what? In order to know his way. So the bats are not blind, and they can see just as well as any animal, any other animal. Okay, guys, this special skill is known as we have here. Yeah, this part. Look at this part. Yes.
This special skill is known as echolocation.
The echolocation. So now we got an information about the bats, which is echolocation. What is echolocation? Echolocation, it means when the bat sends waves of sound in order to know what's in front of him. So this is the echolocation. The echolocation process helps the bats to see what's in front of them. So they are not blind anymore. This is the benefit of having expository text stories in your book, guys, is that you read a lot and then you get information about something and you can add more. If you have more information about the bats, you can add. Okay, so this is about bats in this page. Only, teacher? No, we have a lot. For example, this one here. Listen.
The people who live in the city have their own special reasons for loving the free tales. For one thing, Austin's bats eat loads of mosquitoes. If not for the bats, Austin's residents would have tons more mosquitoes biting their skin and sucking their blood on summer evenings. August is the best month for bat watching. That's when most of the young pups are ready to leave the roost and join their mothers to hunt. The bats usually start coming out from under the bridge between 8 o'clock and 8:30 p.m. People can call the special bat hotline for updates on the most likely time that night, and BCI members are at the bridge each night to hand out information and answer questions. They want to make sure that everyone knows the truth about Austin's amazing bats. What is it about the bats, besides the benefits to farming and tourism, that captivates visitors and residents of Austin? City dwellers often forget about the natural world beyond their streets and skyscrapers, but when they watch the bats soar, they rediscover the joy and mystery of nature. Some believe that observing the bats links spectators to nature, and that the resulting thrill is unforgettable. Photographer Tim Flack writes, I've been fortunate enough to see a number of natural wonders, but the bats will stay in mind for the rest of my life.
Yeah, after listening to this page, now you can ask yourself, how can I draw a conclusion about this page? Yes, drawing a conclusion here, it means use the information in the text. You retell the information in the text here, and you can add more information if you have. For example, if I ask you, the people who lived in the town of Austin, for example, the residents, the people that live in Austin, they are happy because they have got bats or not? If I ask you this question, are they happy or they are not happy? According to the text here, yes, they are so happy. Why? Why teacher, they are so happy? Because they have lots of those bats. Not only this, guys, but because Austin's bats eat loads of mosquitoes. If not for the bats, no, for Austin's residents that would have tons more mosquitoes biting their skin and sucking their blood on summer evenings. So, bats here are helping the people of Austin. How they are helping them? They are eating the mosquitoes, which will let the people of Austin feel free during the summer evenings. Yes, guys, like this you can draw a conclusion about any page in this selection. I want you to read all the selection again to get all the information about bats, and then summarize the story. Summarize the story here. It means tell me all the information that you get about bats, and then send it to me, guys. Thank you for today. Hope you understand, and see you in another lesson. Bye.